This is breaking news from Channel 13 Eyewitness News.
Why Libby? Why Abby? Why Delphi? Why Carroll County?
Investigators today are speaking out about the unsolved double homicide in Delphi, and there are new startling developments. It turns out one of the victims took this picture of a suspect and captured his voice before she was murdered. Listen carefully to this brief audio recording. Do you recognize this voice? Police say that's the voice of a suspect saying 3 words, down the hill. We're going to play that audio again in a moment in hopes that you may recognize it and help solve this double homicide. We want to begin, though, with the stunning developments out of Carroll County today. We've got Matt McCutcheon beginning our coverage in Delphi after police brought us this startling information. Matt?
Good afternoon, Scott. By far the biggest development out of this half-hour press conference is the release of that 3-word audio recording that came out today. And we're also learning the heartbreaking development that 14-year-old Libby German knew something wasn't quite right, got her phone out, snapped both the picture of the suspect and that recording of the audio that could also be of the suspect as well. That's part of what we're learning here today. Police say they still have not been able to positively identify this suspect, his name or his whereabouts, his location, but they continue working over hundreds of leads. In fact, they say they estimate they receive about a dozen calls to their anonymous tip line each hour, and they're not just joined by local, state, county police, but the FBI. Today we learned that a team of nearly 24 FBI agents are also joining in the search to help them on any leads that they receive, going all around Delphi and surrounding communities trying to find that suspect. There is also a concern that that suspect may have somehow changed his appearance, so that's also why they're releasing that audio recording. Today at this press conference, you really got a feel for the emotional toll this is taking, not just on this community, but on the investigators, while they also released a stern message to that suspect.
And I would suggest to you that every time something like this happens, a little piece of us dies as well. We must keep our resolve for Libby and Abby, for this community, and frankly, to ensure that good trumps evil. As poor as this picture is, somebody knows. And if you're watching, we'll find you.
That last sentence you heard right there from the superintendent of the Indiana State Police, we will find you, going out to that suspect because police are confident they will be able to make an arrest quickly in this case. We also learned that as a part of the help by the FBI, they will be circulating his image on billboards, not just here locally, not just across the state of Indiana or even the Midwest, but they say all across the country as they intensify their efforts to try to find that suspect. We're also learning there is a cash reward. Right now, there's about $40,000 available in a cash reward for information leading to an arrest in this case. That's as community agencies, businesses, and people all across this area continue to support the fund to help bring an arrest in this case. Scott?
I think it's amazing for a lot of our viewers to think about this young teen girl who was able to capture the video of this suspect, this picture that we've been showing for days, and now this audio recording. And even though we just got a snippet of it today, Matt, are there any additional recordings or video?
Police say that there is additional recording. There are additional recordings on that cell phone from Libby German that they were able to recover, but we don't know what that is. They're not releasing that right now because they say it's crucial to their investigation. They don't want to give out too much information. Take, for example, the fact that we still don't know how those girls died. Police are not releasing that because they don't want to release too much information that may give their hand to the case. For example, someone who knows something may talk about details that aren't yet known. Police will be able to trip them up and then hopefully lead to an arrest. So there is more information that police have that they aren't releasing just now, all while that search continues with many agencies working to make an arrest.
All right, Matt, thanks for your coverage today at noon, and we want you to hear that audio recording again. State police say that Libby German used her cell phone to record this voice before she was killed. Again, listen carefully.
Down the hill. Down the hill. Down the hill. Down the hill.
Again, that's a loop of a voice saying down the hill. They've got this audio looped, and that's the reason that you do hear it several times. Now, if you want to listen to that audio recording again, or take another look at the suspect's picture, or learn more about this case, we've got it all for you right now on WTHR.com. You can also open up the WTHR app.
You're listening to the Internet audio feed, the most interesting and thought-provoking sound from all of the World Wide Web.